you build like this whole thing like a social credit, that becomes like a problematic thing because now you have a social credit. You know, you might have stole something.
They're not doing that in the U.S. China's doing that, right?
They're
China's
currently doing it.
Yeah, China, yeah.
But no, they're public with it. They're public.
Yes,
China's publicly saying that
we have one, but it's not.
It's hush.
But it's not for long. When you hear your man, two key things. When he said, you know, Trump guy says, yeah, you know, we been in there. He said, look, yeah, you vote this time. Get out there and vote, Christians. It's just one last time. In fact, you're not even gonna have to do it next time.
Get out and vote just this time. You won't have to do it anymore. 4 more years, you know what? It'll be fixed, it'll be fine.
Are y'all paying attention?
Yeah.
You're not gonna have to do it the next time.
Are y'all paying? You know how motherfuckers slipping into the same little things? Now we might be on to certain information, so we'll catch that. But it's like,
yeah.
Everybody just now that would have to be doing with and the next thing he said, I'll go back to it, but the other thing he said was about, listen, we need we're gonna have biometric ID, track and trace.
We will finally complete the biometric entry-exit visa tracking system, which we need desperately. In my administration, we will ensure that this system is in place. And I will tell you, it will be on land, it will be on sea, it will be in air. We will have a tracking system.
Okay.
And the way he says it, these Orwellian things,
the biometrics,
the people who champion him, you know, that's totally not what they're about. But the way he does it is like, yo, he's slick. You know, he's from New York. Like, yeah. And he just say it like Jay-Z. You remember how niggas would say some shit like, you know, I'm Mr. Fly, nigga, I fuck your bitch and I'll make you say ho at the show after I do it. Like, y'all make you root for me?
Yeah.
Some real mental whip-wop New York style shit. That's what he's doing. Because he's not for the people, but he's telling you clear as day what's about to go down. So all that information it's starting to aggregate is a good word when things start to come together.
In data science. Yes, it's collecting all of the data. Now, I was about to build on something that summarizes this perfectly. When I went to that data, it was I'm trying to remember what they call it. It was like data management and government or something. It was a conference they had in DC with all these government agencies. They had the chief data officer from the Advanced Research Project Research Agency, ARPA, who created ARPANET, which turned into the internet.
DARPA.
So yeah, so the CDO, the chief data officer there, he said, everyone has a big data problem, right? We're swimming in an ocean of data. The problem is, how do you get the right data at the right time to the right person to make the right decision before your adversaries and your competitors? And that's the whole key. You got all these sensors, all these Internet of Things, all these apps that everyone's opted into sharing the data, and it's all being aggregated and collected, and there's people in there who's mining it, and they know how to engineer it, and then make a report or some kind of visualization where now you know how to take action on it, and you're doing it so you have an edge, a competitive edge against your competitors in business, or you have an edge against your adversaries if you got threats. We're talking about the governments. So going back to your main thing about data, I mean, that's one thing, right? Now I think we hammered the data. There's data being collected, we opt in, we voluntarily give up data, we can say we're being colonized, okay, sure, but it's like we stepped on the slave ship, knowing purposely, I mean, that's what's going on. How can you really say you got colonized when you just go on the ship and say, put the chains on me, and just give up your rights to your data? I mean, that's pretty much what's going on.
Yeah.
It'd be a different thing if now let's go back to our lessons, right? We talk about intorientation, right? I trained them in intorientation. Some people say there's not a word.
Oh, it's a word. It's a word.
When you go back to the dictionary in 1930, you will find that word. It's just been kind of
obsolete. But we don't understand. You're making a deal in a language that you don't understand. We don't understand the technology. They created an artificial platform.
Peace, God.
And we kind of just, what's this?
You helped me out. Yeah, you built on it right. Yeah, exactly. So right, we don't understand, and we getting on the ship.
Like
they go back to the 1 to 36.
You can't trust it video.
Right.
Can't trust it.
He's whipping people. You know what I'm saying? Like that. It's like, but we didn't know that. But
we didn't know. So what goal are we really receiving? Are we receiving any kind of goal for the data? that we
No.
giving up?
No.
Okay.
At all.
No.
At
Going
all.
back to the lesson.
Right.
Did they
right.
receive more gold? No. Trader disappeared and there was no one left that could speak his language, right? They taking our data and they like, okay, thank you.
Now,
And what you getting for it in return?
Nothing. Absolutely. You will
Okay,
own
right.
nothing
There you
and be
go.
happy.
So all right, so
that's
now
the thing. Hey, that's the motto.
Peace,
That was said
yeah.
what? About 5 years ago.
Okay.
Because all this information became super relevant to me
yeah,
when during the reset, the pandemic, or
yeah,
the fourth industrial revolution, like all those words people can look up because
yeah.
that's what that is.
Yeah,
Like, I guess my particular angle, like a lot of times me and the God will build on is the Bio Digital Convergence, the fact that
okay.
to create this artificial platform, you know, the technology is basically merging digital with biology. That's why it's called artificial intelligence, not original intelligence. And since they say, is it alive? Yeah, it's artificially alive, it's not originally alive. So we're not going to argue that.
Right.
But it's we step into a fake a construct, and but we're actually literally, even physically, being bled. Like a lot of the sensors actually live off the energy in the body.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Piezoelectric energy, meaning like the movement of your body, the blood, your blood flowing through your veins. It causes friction, it causes electricity, which all goes along with your bioelectromagnetic field. We actually have the aura, whatever you want to call it, your chi, prana, very
Well, the
real.
body produces electricity. The heart. produces
Yes,
electricity.
it's an electromagnetic.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Organ. Yeah.
Very much so. Now, and
Yeah.
all these new technologies
Yeah.
are kind of based on that. So if you keep people blind to themselves, which you know the devil's system does, you know, a lot of these technologies is things that we could be so amped about cell phones, but these are things that we naturally fucking do. And you say, oh,
Yeah.
it's like,
Right.
It's
Right.
okay. It's like the same way how I call you and send a signal. Your phone has your number. Like my DNA has my DNA. Ain't no other DNA like that's exactly like that. So we could all be sitting in here, and yeah, you could send you could send him or he or her, whatever, a message directly to him or to other people. As crazy as it sounds, if I had never done that before, I wouldn't be here now.
Yeah.
And you know when we
We were doing that.
right, you know when we first came here.
See, what he's touching on
listen.
is like when I was telling. I always tell the story about when I met him. I thought he was retarded, right? But
If I was born nowadays, everybody's retarded now. Before you had different levels of what could be considered. They'd be like, yeah, you touched, but you ain't getting no money. Now, if I was born back then, I'd be getting all the money in the goddamn world.
right, so we would build on that. But the fact that we were able, like, mind detect mind. Yo, you was thinking that. I didn't have to say that to you.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
You know, I didn't have to say that to you. Or as a matter of fact, you was on the other side, and I picked up your signal.
Yeah.
Now, we was doing that.
You in tune, man.
And tune with each other. And there was other brothers that was in tune that was picking up. Oh, yo, you knew about this? Oh, yo, so.
Yeah.
Question: what medium? And see, we could bring it to this again. What medium are we using to do that?
Well, now it's phones.
Well, but see that, but become
You mean to be in
atrophied.
tune?
The electromagnetic spectrum.
Okay.
It's like when you break it down and take the spookism out of it. Like, wait a second now.
Take the spook out of it.
Yeah, because
there's no mystery, God.
right, because if anything, people is just going, okay, electromagnetic spectrum. If you look at it as
Energy and thoughts. Yeah.
with the two eyes, this is what the 10% use to control the 85% to
Right.
blind them
Right.
of themselves. When that makes what light only make up less than 1/10 of 1% of the electromagnetic spectrum.
Visible light. Correct. Right. What
Right.
we actually see from electromagnetic spectrum.
But there's a whole
other spectrum. You get into the gamma, the X-ray, which is higher, and then lower. Radio frequencies down. Yeah. True.
and they're all
Infrared and all that.
it's
Yeah.
all being manipulated in real time. Now, so now nowadays we call magic technology, And when you look at it like that, then you'll find out why these families are in tune, because they stayed in tune with hidden knowledge. You know what I'm saying? Like what's the perfect way I could say it? Like there's a paper, DARPA's involved, where they talk about United States having remember this phrase, dominance, complete dominance of the electromagnetic spectrum.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You must do your own research, as I did.
If Mecca did this.